Hey, what's poppin'? What's good, everybody? It's your girl Mocha Baby, and welcome back to my channel. I had actually posted this video last night, but I had to do a redo. I don't know what happened. I don't know whether it was something that I did on my end. I made a mistake and it like cut like a couple minutes off of the end of the video, or was it just one of those technical things that sometimes things just happen. So I got to reshoot the video, but it's no big deal. I'm just gonna get right into it. But first things first, if you are a newbie, thank you for following me. Hey, how you doing? I really hope that you do love it here. For those of you that have been following me for some time, thank you. How are you? What's good with you? How is things going? Are you getting ready to eat a lot of turkey tomorrow? You know how we get it done on this channel. We're on just one big happy lit family because that is what beautiful people do. Before I get into the video, I know that it had been a while since I had uploaded anything prior to the wee hours of this morning. And that was because, I had a death in the family. My uncle had passed away, and I kind of had to step back to deal with that. But now I'm ready to give you guys that heat that you need. So I'm going to give you just that. Before I get started, I know y'all are tired of hearing about it, but it is super, super important. It's something that we got to get done. We have to get control of the Senate. That way things can get done and all this change and all these things we've been screaming about at the top of our lungs for years and years and years now. We finally can get a start on changing some of them. It's not going to be an overnight process, but if we do this in this runoff election on January the 5th, and I do think early voting is getting ready to start very, very, very soon. If you're not going to mail in, you can go early or you can go on the actual day. But it's super important, especially when they're trying. I saw on Twitter yesterday that they're trying to say that, people on the other side can write Trump in and he could be a senator or some kind of way throw the election. And it was funny. I got my keys off of that. But anyway, that just shows us how important it is, that how low somebody will stoop in order to keep change from happening. And that's something that we cannot allow anymore. So we got to get out there and do what we came to do. Step like we already have and keep our foot on their neck like they have kept our foot on our necks for years. But enough of that. Let's get into something a bit fun. I don't know how many of you guys know this, but I am a gamer. I do not game as much as I would like or as much as I used to because first off, I'm now a mother of a beautiful baby girl, and I also have other responsibilities outside of that. I do help caretake for my grandparents, so it's not really a whole lot of time left for gaming. But when I do get a chance to game, I just like to share a couple games that I either have been playing or will play in the near future. Um, Let me start off by saying I just recently updated my console. I had a Xbox 360 and I have been playing that for the longest. But I just recently finally got an Xbox One that was like back in like the middle of June. And it was like maybe a week or two before they actually announced the coming of the PS5 and the Xbox Series. But I'm going to be rocking with my Xbox One for a little while. Now I'm just going to kind of just jump right into it. The first game, which I do not have a physical copy of, because it is not a game on my system. It is actually on the Nintendo Switch, and it is Luigi's Mansion 3. I've actually been talking about that game quite a bit on my Facebook page, and it's actually my first time playing a game in this series, but I had heard so much about the first two that I wanted to try this third installment, and it is awesome from what I can see. What are you basically doing? You're in this hotel. Your friends have been kidnapped by this evil entity. You are supposed to go through the hotel, find keys, solve puzzles to get your friends back. You beat bosses and all that good stuff to get your friends back. And it is very fun. It is challenging. It is cartoony. It's all the things you come to love from that series. It also has 2-player co-op, which comes in handy. Trust me when I tell you that it does. Okay, moving on to the first game that I play. It is Lost Odyssey. I'm trying to make it so you guys can see it. The light won't be just so bright. This game has actually been out for years, I think maybe 10 or more, but I was just able to finally get my hands on a copy earlier this year. And everybody that knows me knows that, I'm an RPG person, RPG action adventure type of gamer. I do play other genres, but RPG and action adventure type games is basically where I live. A little bit about the game. The graphics are A1. The storyline is superb. The fighting mechanics is on the top tier. It's probably one of the best games in the RPG genre. The voice acting is good. You can switch back and forth between Japanese with English subtitles, but me, I don't want to do all that reading. I just want to play and hear you say what you got to say. So I just keep it on the English. It's very action packed. It's several discs long, so it is indeed a long game. I am on the second disc now, but a problem that I have been having is that I don't know how to transfer the data from my Xbox 360 until my Xbox One. So if anybody could help me out with doing that, please comment down below and I would appreciate you so much. Okay, moving on to the next game that I'm actually playing right now is Siberia 3. Trying to make it so you can see it. That my light is a little bit bright. That's better. Siberia 3. I played the second one on my phone a while back, and I loved it so much till I had to go ahead and cop this one. What I will say about this one is that the graphics are good, the storytelling is good. You're basically starting out as Kate Walker as within the other games in the series, and you start off in this fruitcake nutcase place with all the fruitcakes and the nutcase asylum. You're basically in the cuckoo's nest, and you have to, of course, escape there. And then the meat of the game is helping these nomadic type people that saved your life previously on their journey, and that's pretty much what the game's about. You're solving puzzles, basically most of the game from what I've seen. I think I'm still actually in the beginning. The thing I don't like about this game is that the voice acting is absolutely horrible. It's probably some of the worst voice acting that I've ever heard in a video game. I really thought they could have did so much better than that, but I still love the game, and we're going to see what I feel about it once I beat it. The next game is Tomb Raider. Now, I have not touched Tomb Raider yet, because I have yet to beat this one. It's kind of this thing I do where if I'm playing one game, I don't play another one until I beat it. I've just always kind of been like that. But once I beat Siberia 3, I'm going to queue up this one. Tomb Raider is probably one of the first games that I ever played back on the PlayStation 1. It was Tomb Raider 3, and it was the first one that I really played that kind of really turned me on to the world of gaming. Lara Croft and whole searching tombs and stuff. I played probably darn near every one of them, and it just gets better and better to me. That's when I played was on the 360, so I'm looking very much forward to playing this one. Another game is Ori and the Blind Forest. I've heard so much about this game. I have not touched it. As you can see, it is still in the wrapper from when I bought it. But I've heard so much about this action game. I can't wait to get into it. They say that the music is superb, the graphics are great, and the storytelling is just on a level of its own. So I definitely cannot wait to dive right into this. And the last game that I'm going to share is The Walking Dead. Now, I played the first series on Xbox 360 with Lee, and I absolutely love the story of that. The whole story arc, I loved it. The character development was just on point. The story was incredible. It was so sad when you had to make the choice at the end of the game whether or not to let him, kill himself or you do it. And it was, it was very grueling. That's just how you get wrapped up into this series. So I'm very interested to see what happens to Clementine in this one, because she has grown up and gotten a little bit older. So I definitely can't wait to see where they take it in this arc. I'm super excited about that. And that is all the games that I have to share with you guys. So what are you guys playing this holiday season? What newbies, what oldies, but goodies? Which system are you excited about? Are you excited about the PS5? Are you getting that for Christmas? Do you already have it? What about the Xbox Series? I think it's Xbox Series X. Correct me if I'm wrong. What do you think about that? Or are you like me and you're a person who just likes to stick with your older system for a while and then get on the newer one at a later date? Let me know all that down in the comment section below, and we can chop it up. I'm going to end the video right here. Happy holidays to everybody. Happy Thanksgiving. We really have so much to be thankful for. We're still here. There's things that could have taken us out when we didn't even know it. But God is great, and He is so real. Make sure you tell your family that you love them, because tomorrow is never, ever promised. And on that note, stay blessed, stay fly, and may angels be encamped around and about you. Until next time.